One of the proudest moments of our Reform Jewish history is the role that we have played standing side by side with our brothers and our sisters in the struggle for civil rights. Kivi Kaplan was a beloved Union of American Hebrew Congregations board member from 1966 until his death in 1975, the president of the NAACP board. And Rabbi Jacob Rothschild of the Temple in Atlanta was a vocal advocate for civil rights and led his congregation during a tumultuous time, including the tragic bombing in 1958. And Al Vorspan, a giant of social justice, in 1964 went with 16 Reform rabbis to St. Augustine, Florida, where they were jailed for sitting in public with their African-American friends and colleagues, including the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Thank God, the last 50 years has brought the United States closer to its ideals of liberty and justice for all, but there are still so many challenges that we face. We struggle to fix a broken criminal justice system that does not apply justice equally or fairly between white Americans and Americans of color. We stand strongly against the efforts to curtail the right to vote for all eligible citizens through onerous voter ID laws and restrictions on early voting that disproportionately affect poor and minority voters. And we cannot abide by the disparities in public education between white children and children of color that have repercussions throughout their lifetime. And so, continuing in the proud Reform Jewish tradition, and with the partnership of the Central Conference of American Rabbis, the Religious Action Center, and Just Congregations, this summer, more than 200 Reform rabbis, congregants, and teen leaders joined the walk of more than 1,000 miles from Selma, Alabama to Washington, D.C. as part of America's journey for justice led by the NAACP. And on each and every step of the journey, the Reform rabbis and congregants carried the Torah as they affirmed our shared commitment to repairing that which is broken in this nation. Rabbi Seth Limmer of Chicago Sinai Congregation helped to organize the tremendous turnout across our movement during the journey's more than 40 days. He was present on the first day of the journey in Selma, and he walked alongside members of his synagogue. Every step of the way, Journey for Justice marchers reflected the array of faith traditions found in our country. They were sheltered each night in churches and mosques and, yes, in synagogues. Rabbi Peter Berg of the Temple in Atlanta honored the work of his predecessor, Rabbi Rothschild, and they hosted marchers, and scores of other synagogues supported and made this journey possible. And we take great pride in knowing that on the final night of the journey, the marchers were sheltered within the walls of our very own Washington Hebrew congregation in D.C. Now, of course, the Jewish people know a thing or two about journeys that last for 40 days and 40 nights. And the original march towards the Promised Land, like that march, this march will also bring us closer to the Promised Land of opportunity and justice for all people. But we know we didn't start marching 50 years ago. We started marching 5,000 years ago, and we will march for 5,000 more years if that's what it will take to bring about a world of justice. So now, will you join me as we present the Eisendrath Bearer of Light Award to Rabbi Seth Limmer and all of his colleagues from Chicago Sinai Congregation on behalf of all of the Reform Jews who participated in the American journey for justice. And I'm going to hand this award to our future Lily Limmer, who marched the march.
Katonti mikol hachasidim umikol ha'emet. I am smaller than all this kindness and all this that has come to be true. Those words of tradition came to my mind, crossed my lips, as I carried a Torah scroll across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. They came to my mind because I knew I was smaller than the moment, and the honor of carrying the Torah was not one that I deserved. Tonight again, Katonti mikol hachasidim umikol ha'emet. I am smaller than this kindness. I am smaller than all this truth. I'm smaller than this kindness. I receive a representative award because I am a representative of a wide community that committed itself to walk America's journey for justice alongside the NAACP. I am too small to accept this on my own. And so I ask the following please to stand in your seats so we may share this moment together. If your name is Joy Friedman, Allison Porton, or Claire Schimberg, and you are the real people who allowed us to march, please rise. If you work for Just Congregations, the Religious Action Center, or the Central Conference of American Rabbis, and did all of the needed work to coordinate, plan, and publicize the march, please rise. I only get 2 minutes. Let's save the applause to the end. If you took a single step, carried the Torah, or walked many miles of America's journey for justice, please rise. If you delivered a high holiday sermon about racism, were moved by a high holiday sermon around racism, or were moved by words challenging racism, welcoming our new year, please rise. Katonti mikol hachasidim umikol ha'emet. I am smaller than the truth. And the truth is all of us and many more accept this remarkable honor tonight named for URJ President Rabbi Maurice Eisendrath, the first Reform rabbi to carry a Torah scroll in protest down Highway 80 in Alabama. And indeed, the truth is that the truth is greater than any of us. The problems of racial injustice are enormous indeed. Too many people are profiled by the police because of the color of their skin. Too many people are disenfranchised from voting because of lingering racial fears. Too many people who serve their sentences find themselves free but unable to find work, shelter, or even their right to vote restored. Too many children suffer from insufficient education because in over 60 years, the vision of Brown versus Board of Education has not come close to bringing equal opportunity to all. And too many black people are being killed in America for no other reason than they are black. The truth is bigger than any of us. And so the truth is, we need to fight, all of us. It is my hope and commitment that we, all of us united as Reform Jewry, are ourselves bigger than any injustice, and so I actually want to ask everybody to rise. Katonti mikol hachasidim umikol ha'emet. We are, each of us, smaller than the kindness of receiving any honor or award or accolade. We are smaller, each and every one of us, than the magnitude of problems that stem from racial injustice in America. But my hope is that if we can receive this award as one community, so too can we as a reform movement united in the name of justice rise up together and prove ourselves equal to be more powerful than the plague of racial injustice in America. Together, may we all go forward as bearers of light until we change the truth of our world so that it may reflect our vision of a world redeemed. Thank you.